Now, Johnny Irwin's learning all about Alan and Louisa's stressful plans to gut their house and make my home bigger.
Sometimes it feels like no matter what you're looking for in a property, it's always tantalisingly out of reach, no matter what your budget. But I'm about to meet a couple who found a way of getting around the property market by buying a run-down end-of-terrace house and then refurbishing it and extending it in order to get a proper family home.
In this series, we'll watch as a group of determined British homeowners dig deep underground.
Oh, God.
And build up into the sky.
It's a lot bigger, isn't it?
In an attempt to transform their properties.
It's a massive hole.
But renovation projects of this nature are never straightforward.
You can't do this in heavy rain. Light rain, drizzle, but not heavy rain.
And the question is, will it all be worth it?
It surpassed our expectations.
It feels a little smaller than perhaps I had imagined.
This is Twickenham, a leafy suburb of southwest London. This two-bedroom house is home to business developer Alan Prescott, his wife Louisa, their son Baxter and their dog Grace.
We've lived in this particular house for 5 years.
And this house is fantastic. We wouldn't change it at all, but it's tiny.
Oh, thank you. You're going to give it to Mummy?
Baxter's bedroom is my office. If there's an important conference call I need to be on, he could get kicked out of his bedroom. He's not allowed his afternoon sleep. We are just falling out of this place.
Yeah, it's really bursting at the seams, so we really need a bigger place.
Then one day they noticed a house was for sale on the same street.
This property came up and it had a sign outside saying 3 bedrooms, so we were like, perfect, weren't we? And we literally got on the phone straight away. And then on the Saturday, the offer got accepted.
It was ours, give or take.
Wasting no time, they bought the house for £478,000.
We really wanted to do a whole renovation on the property, and the most important thing is to convert the loft so that we've got a 4th bedroom.
Sounds simple, but there's one particular hurdle which needs to be overcome.
We can't live in the new property while the work's being completed, because this isn't just a standard loft conversion, due to the amount of pitch that there is in the roof. We're going to have to take the ceilings out on the first floor and put in new floorboards, which makes the whole living conditions impossible, really.
But the biggest expense is paying those 2 mortgages at the same time.
So Alan and Louisa are against the clock with their loft conversion, as every day they're delayed costs them more money. With time pressing, I want to get to know a little bit more about their plans.
Alan.
Hello, is it Johnny?
It is, yeah. How are you?
Very good. Come on in.
Thank you. So first of all, let's get this right. This isn't the house that you're converting?
No. We've bought a property about 30 doors down the road that we're going to be actually converting.
At the moment, it's a 3-bedroom house.
3-bedroom house.
What are you getting out of the top floor now, then?
A whole new bedroom.
Right.
With an ensuite.
Nice.
And a walk-in wardrobe.
Oh, every lady loves a walk-in wardrobe.
That was essential.
Yeah.
Now, Louisa, it's not just a standard loft conversion. I understand there's an issue with the roof height.
Yeah, we're going to be having to lower the ceilings.
OK, so you couldn't just raise the roof, then?
No, you can't go above the plane of the roof or the roof line of neighbouring properties or adjacent properties. Or
makes sense.
Especially with a terrace. So the only option...
Is to go down.
Is to go down, yeah, is to lower the ceilings.
Are you taking this opportunity to refurbish the entire house?
Yeah, because we can't live there at the moment. We decided that we'll get it all done in one go, so it's going to be redone throughout.
We decided. It's probably stretching the truth. Lou dictated that we're going to do the whole house.
How long have the builders said they'll need?
It's longer than a normal loft conversion, obviously, because there's a lot more work involved. But they have said sort of 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, and we put clauses. Yeah, we put clauses into the contract to say if it was over 10 weeks, and there's going to be additional penalties, for them to pay. So there's an incentive for them.
That's a great idea.
To get it done on time.
Budget then. How much is this entire budget going to cost?
43, maximum 45 with furnishings. Really, we can't go over that, because paying the 2 mortgages is eating into it the whole time. So 43, maximum 45 with furnishings.
How much of that is just the build?
The build is about 38, so it doesn't give us a great deal for fixtures and fittings.
We just have to be really careful, look around. You know, we've always been quite budget conscious within our lives anyway. So yeah, we'll just make sure that we do a nice job for the cheapest price that we can get it for.
All right, good luck. I'll catch up with you again soon.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you.
Alan and Louisa have a budget of £43,000 to spend on their loft conversion. The build will cost £38,000, leaving £5,000 for the decorating and fixtures and fittings. They also have a contingency fund of £2,000. They need to lower the ceiling of the first floor by 9 inches to create enough head height in the loft. In their new space, there'll be a huge master bedroom with double doors and railings creating what's known as a Juliet balcony. There'll also be an ensuite shower room and, most importantly, a walk-in wardrobe for Louisa.
Well, when you've got 2 mortgages to pay, time is definitely of the essence. But I think Alan's bot's clever on this one. By having a penalty clause on the contract, it's a great way of keeping the builders on target with time. But for money, well, 38 grand for the building element, yeah, absolutely fine with that. But it's the £5,000 for everything else. That's going to include the purchase of not only fixtures and fittings, but decoration of the loft and the entire house. I'd love to know where they're going to go shopping.
This is no simple loft conversion, so Alan and Louisa have hired an experienced company, Absolute Lofts, for the project. And the main man in charge is Bob Phillips.
Most lofts we do are straightforward. Unfortunately, this one we have to pull the ceilings down. These, unfortunately, are probably 100 years old, so all the dirt and the dust from the 100 years have been sitting there, all the coal dust, brake dust from cars. As you pull the ceiling down, it's like working in a coal mine.
With the ceilings now gone...
1, 2, 3.
Bob and his team must insert 5 huge steels into the loft space to support the new floor.
This is probably the worst part of the job. You can see by the size of the steels, they're quite heavy. You can't have too many people, but you need enough people to be able to lift them and to be able to lift them with confidence and comfortably. Once the steel's in and the floor's in, everything really is straightforward because you've got something that you can walk on and you feel safer, you feel more confident.
Because of the penalty clause in the contract, Bob is under pressure to get the build finished quickly, whatever the weather.
As soon as we start roofing, it always gets windy, but it is one of the hazards. But we've got scaffolding, we're quite safe up here, so we'll just carry on until one of us gets blown off the roof.
And Louisa decides to pay a surprise visit.
Oh my goodness. They've done loads. So that's obviously one of the new steels. And we've actually got a massive great hole in the roof. I just can't believe that they can do all this to a house and it actually not fall down around them. It doesn't look like a house, it looks a bit like a film set now. Can't wait for Alan to come and see it. He's going to get such a shock.
1, 2, 3. That's it, we're there, we're there.
There's still a huge amount of work to do to make the house habitable, but Bob and his team have certainly been quick out of the blocks.
It's getting dark, cold, everyone's tired, we want to go home. We've all been up since 5 o'clock this morning, but we're winning. Last about another 45 minutes to an hour, we're finished. The tarpaulin can go on and we're secure for the night.
So it's just over 2 weeks since the builders started work, and apparently they're pulling out all the stops. I'm here to find out just how they're getting on, but also to see what Alan and Louisa make of the work done so far. How's it going? Have you got to see it much?
I have no idea. This will be the first time I've seen it since the work started.
Let's take a look then. Lead the way.
Right, follow me.
After you, sir.
Thank you.
Now the bedroom ceilings are 9 inches lower, what will Alan think?
It doesn't feel too bad with the new ceilings, does it?
That has come down loads.
But once
hasn't
it's
it?
all painted and finished, it's going to feel different again, isn't it?
Yeah.
The question is, of course, have they done enough? Have they taken enough ceiling height off in order to get you the ceiling height above?
There's only one way to find
Come
out.
on, let's have a look.
That is amazing, isn't it? It's quite a bit of headroom though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it?
Enough headroom?
Yeah, easy enough. I mean, look, I'm wearing quite, well, not high heels, but you know what I mean. I've got heels on,
Yeah.
and I'm nowhere near it.
Good. So this is positive then?
Yeah, this is
definitely.
really impressive.
Excellent.
And they've actually formed the actual bathroom as well and everything.
I was going to say, if we opt for a shower instead of a bath, we could make that smaller, but it's this has already gone in.
It sounds like there's still quite a work in progress going on here. You're still talking about being flexible. Well, we could make the bathroom bigger or smaller. Are they still going to do the building element for £38,000?
I'm hoping that's not going to be too much of a dent, just moving walls and things, because they're just taking a corner off.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Does that come off the £5,000 you got to finish this place off, or did you just get added on to the building 38 grand?
Hopefully not. We haven't discussed it yet with the builders, but we'll see.
OK. Well, the good news is that this loft conversion is well and truly on target, time-wise. But with lots of projects of this nature, it's evolved, and with every change comes a rising of costs. Now, Alan and Louisa will really have to keep a cap on this. Otherwise, I can see them dipping into their personal savings. And that's something I know they both wanted to avoid.
Coming up, it's the final stages of the project. But will the builders meet their deadline?
I've got every confidence in them that they'll finish on time.
I see the finished loft in all its glory. Wow! But will they blow their budget?
What did you think was going to happen, Johnny?
SXI, with 0% APR representative for just £179 per month, plus free insurance and a warranty that could last a lifetime. Vauxhall Corsa. Put the fun back into driving.
That's life. That's what people say. You're riding high in April, shut down in May.
There are times when we all need help. Help like the NatWest Emergency Cash Service. So if your debit card is lost or stolen, you could still get your cash from our ATMs any time of the day. NatWest. Helpful banking.
Have you or someone you know been a victim of mistreatment or medical neglect, either by a hospital, dentist, GP or cosmetic surgeon, which has caused injury or even death? If so, contact 5R1 Claims. Their panel of medical compensation solicitors can provide free advice on making a no-win, no-fee medical mistreatment claim. For free and impartial advice concerning your medical mistreatment claim, free phone 0800 699 0500 or log on to mistreatmentadvice.co.uk.
Joe! You came, thanks. This is Anna and Simon. Nice to meet you. Come in. You're covered in bog roll, man.
I'm a mummy.
Of course. No, girls. It's just minor technical difficulties. It won't take long.
Unlimited, but slow.
Forget the download. Stick a CD on.
I spent all week finding the perfect playlist.
Oh, haven't you got Infinity?
We're students, love. Can't exactly afford fibre optic.
Well, actually, love, I'm a student too.
Really, it doesn't cost that much.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. We've got it at ours.
And there's more room.
Yeah, party! Everybody's shoes off.
BT Infinity super-fast fibre optic broadband from just £9 a month.
Stork is now available in a handy bottle. Blend your ingredients in seconds and get the same great results, but now straight from the fridge without melting or softening. Which means less time mixing and more time munching. New Stork baking liquid, easy to mix for perfect baking results.
You could be owed £3,000 or more if you are missold PPI with a loan or credit card. If you don't have the confidence or time to claim yourself, PPI Claimback are here to help. Thousands of clients have trusted us to win their case, and we've already claimed back over £122 million. And there are still billions to be claimed. Just a phone call or text can start the process. It's no win, no fee. But hurry, time limits may apply. So call PPI Claim Back today and claim with confidence.
My mama told me, you better shop around. Oh, yeah, you better shop around. Shop around. You better shop around.
Once upon a time, if you wanted to find the good deals, you had to do a bit of legwork. But now, so long as you spend £20 or more, Sainsbury's will tot up the prices of the brands in your basket. And if you could have paid less at Tesco or Asda, even if the brands are on promotion, we'll give you a coupon for the difference. So, why shop around? Brand Match, another way you can live well for less than you thought at Sainsbury's.
Amanda Lamb and a team of local volunteers are secretly transforming the homes of unsung heroes all over the country. Because one good deed deserves another. You deserve this house. Tonight at 8, new to home.
Why is country music star Loretta Lynn's ranch haunted? The Ghost Adventures team are there at 8 on Really. Over on Eden, it's Human Planet, looking at the concrete jungle and exploring our life in the city. And here on Home at 8, it's a surprise for an 86-year-old hero in new You Deserve This House.
Alan and Louisa Prescott are currently renovating their new house and converting the loft into a master ensuite.
I just can't believe that they can do all this to a house and it actually not fall down.
It's a big job as they've had to lower the ceilings on the first floor.
As you pull the ceiling down, it's like working in a coal mine.
But they've come up with a plan to ensure a speedy finish.
It was over 10 weeks and there's going to be additional penalties for them to pay.
Alan and Louisa are nearly halfway through their project, and Bob the builder and his team are making excellent progress.
All the internal walls have been built. The guys have started insulating. Velux windows are all in and ready for more or less plasterboarding.
Bob's certainly motoring on, but speed does have its downsides.
When we went up to the loft the first time that Alan had actually seen it, we were absolutely thrilled with everything, apart from the fact that we thought the bedroom might be a little bit too small. So we decided to move the bathroom wall in a little bit, which they did so quickly, but by the time we'd actually thought about it logically and realised the bathroom was going to be too small, they'd already done it. So now they're going to have to move it back again now. Poor Bob.
Another problem with the ensuite bathroom is its lack of natural light, as it's in the middle of the loft space. But Bob's come up with an ingenious idea.
We've suggested that we put a roof dome in, and we've suggested we put an opening roof dome so they can open it and let a little bit of air come in. And Alan's seen it and he's over the moon with it.
With the shell of the loft now complete, the plasterers move in.
It's been going really well, actually. We've normally do this sort of size loft in 2 days, but obviously with the downstairs ceilings, we're probably going to go into a third day.
The loft is certainly taking shape, and it's now possible to get a real sense of how the final room will look, including the head height.
The head height's a little bit lower than what we're used to, but, I mean, there is enough room here just, I suppose. Unless they've got a really bouncy bed, I think their head will be all right.
And as usual, Louisa can't resist coming to check out how things are going.
I think now it's been plastered, it feels even higher again, actually. It does feel really, really spacious up here. I mean, in modern builds, there isn't that much more than that anyway, really, in the headroom. So, good for the plasterers as well. You don't need ladders or anything. Everything's moved really quickly, which has been fantastic. But now it's sort of caught up with us a bit, and it's like, we'll make all these decisions. And it's like, oh my goodness.
It's thanks to Alan's penalty clause that things are moving so quickly, and the race is certainly on to finish in time.
I've got every confidence in them that they'll finish on time. I should have said that.
So, with deadlines looming, will Louisa and Alan's new loft be everything they were hoping for when they first started this project? Well, it's always encouraging when you come back and there's no scaffolding or builder skips outside. But I'm keen on getting up there to see how they've got on, but also find out from Alan if he's happy with the space that they've created. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Nice to see you again.
You too, Alan.
Johnny, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Welcome to your new home yet, or not?
No.
No, not moved in yet?
We're not in yet, no.
OK.
But nearly there. It's nearly done.
OK, well, lead the way then. While building work is still ongoing, Alan and Louisa have managed to complete the highlight of the whole project, the loft suite. It's beautiful. This looks ready to live in. It looks wonderful.
There's little things that aren't quite finished.
Got a beautiful view there. Looks wonderful, doesn't it? Oh, that is nice. Does it look even similar to how you imagined it?
I've been putting this furniture into this room for about the last 4 months, I think.
Yeah.
So when we finally got it all together, I'm just really delighted with the way it's all sort of come together. So.
I bet you are. So all this suite now is ready to use, is it?
Well,
yes, bar the bathroom.
OK.
The plumbing's not in there yet, but everything else is.
Does it look like it's going to look?
This is exactly how I saw it.
Is it? He's happy with this one.
Piece de resistance. You ready?
Yeah, go. That looks fantastic. I'm trying to figure out why it looks so big so I can see the return of it, but it's that light one, isn't it? Whose idea was that again?
That was actually Bob's. We can't take credit.
Bob the Builder?
Bob the Builder.
It makes the whole ensuite look so much bigger.
Overall, it doesn't feel like a crammed space. I mean, the builders
Absolutely
really
not.
fought to make sure that it did feel as roomy as possible.
So, at the outset of this project, you did have issues over the dimensions. I mean, first of all, you had to lower the floor, for goodness sake. That's no small job.
No.
Are you happy with the head height you've got up here now?
We've got loads of space there, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely perfect, really. I mean, you know, doesn't feel too enclosed or anything like that. It feels nice and I think because it's so bright, it just doesn't feel crammed at all. So I've got no worries about it.
OK, so let's find somewhere we can have a chat about all that's gone on these past couple of months, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, then. In only 9 weeks, Alan and Louisa have completely transformed their loft. From a dark, cramped space without enough head height to a beautiful and light master suite. They've created a stunning bedroom for themselves with a Juliet balcony. And a chic ensuite shower room. And the highlight for Louisa is her very own walk-in wardrobe. But the renovation doesn't stop there. They've taken the opportunity to revamp the entire house to create a home that they and their family will be able to enjoy now and in the future. How long has it been?
We're in the 9th week.
You had a very good contract whereby you had penalty clauses put in if they didn't get certain works done in time.
Yeah.
Have they got those done in time then?
The job's got to be completed within 10 weeks. So
Right.
we've got a week and a half, essentially, to get it finished.
So on a brief tour around this house, I know it's a building project upstairs, but there's a renovation project going on throughout the rest of the home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every room has been affected by it.
Was that in your original plan?
No, this room wasn't.
No.
The lounge wasn't. The bathroom wasn't. To an extent, even the bedrooms weren't in there. You don't think about it. Yes, the ceilings have got to come down. Yes, they've got to be redecorated, but you don't think any further than that.
Well, you've taken on a lot more work. You had a modest budget, didn't you?
Here we go.
Yeah. Now, initially...
What did you think was going to happen, Johnny?
I'm not
had this discussion.
I'm not a man for I told you so. So I'm not going to go down that road. I just thought it looked like a big job for, I think, what were you saying, something like 35 grand or something like that?
38 was the building work.
Right.
And then we had 5, not really contingency,
No,
but
we called
5
it
grand
contingency.
redecorating, as we thought. But once we'd started, you couldn't say, we've got to do the loft, the ceilings have come down, so you've got to do the first floor.
Yeah.
There's no point stopping there, you might as well do the ground floor as well.
Otherwise, we're going to end up with a house that's beautiful upstairs that we only see, and they come in downstairs and they're like, oh, you haven't done much, have you?
No,
so
quite.
we might as well got the whole house up to the right standard, really.
So how much have you or will you have spent by the time this is all done, finished?
We're coming up to 50 grand already. I reckon it's going to go over 50 grand.
So you've had to dig a bit deeper financially, but you've pushed it on a lot further. Are you happy with what you've got now for your 50-odd grand?
Yeah, really happy. Traditionally, you buy a house and over time you make your mark on it. This is one that is ours the day we move in.
You're going to be in here pretty soon, aren't you?
Hopefully, yeah. We hope to be in here in the next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Alan and Louise have shown that not all building projects need to be costly nightmares full of hidden surprises. And if you'd like more information on this and other projects, log on to our website at lovehome.co.uk. But of course, the final test is whether Baxter gives the loft conversion his thumbs up.
This property is going to make a massive difference to our whole lifestyle, the way that we live.
Hello, Jack. I am very proud of what we've achieved. The fact that we've put our stamp on it the whole way through. We've now got a property that we're going to stay here for at least 7, 8 years. It's, it's essentially our dream home.
It's definitely going to be worthwhile. I mean, to have this lovely property, 4 bedrooms, garden, it's really going to all be very much worthwhile.
Well, for Alan and Louisa, this project was always going to be a race against time, as they were paying 2 mortgages. They really couldn't afford to have any delays whatsoever. So it's a testament to them and their builders that they're now pretty much finished and are about to move into a home that they've not only improved upstairs, but they've renovated it pretty much from top to bottom.
There's a new escape to the country for Home at 9, and a couple looking to raise their family in a beautiful Hampshire home. And next, an 86-year-old marathon runner is in for a right surprise in You Deserve This House.
We feel at our best with a full head of hair. So, try Regain Foam, the only foam treatment